What's up, YouTube? Big Umps, the IGUS here coming at you with a box opening. This is from Daydreams and Nightmares. This is my prize for his giveaway, so I will be opening that up. I also had the opportunity to see Rogue One today. That was a really, really good movie. I recommend anybody going to see it. It does have a lot of inside stuff for Star Wars fans, but I think the story is good enough that even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you could just go to see it just for the story and stuff. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but this movie takes place between movies 3 and 4, and it's the story of the rebels who have to get the plans to the Death Star that Princess Leia puts in R2-D2, at the start of Episode 4. So this is the story of how they get those plans. And there's like a brief mention of them in Episode 4 when Leia says something to the effect of how many people died, to get these plans. It's a really good movie. It's got a lot of humor in it. Not like like in New Hope, or the last one that came out when Finn and Han Solo were talking, and Han Solo's going like this, and Finn's like, what does that mean? That kind of fish out of water type of humor. That's not really in this one, but there's just a lot of some really decent one-liners and situational type of humor that I thought in the movie, and I'm trying to do this without giving any spoilers. On my Instagram, I gave it an A- because I saw it in 3D, so I don't know if that affected it or not, but it just seemed really dark to me. I'm not saying dark like as in evil or whatever. I'm just saying dark as in just they needed to turn the lights up a little bit. So I don't know if the 3D might have done that, or maybe I'm just getting old and everything looking a little bit dark. I don't know. But that was because it was just to me, there was not a lot of little stuff that you just couldn't see. Because I like to, when I go to a movie, I like to see the whole thing, so I can see, see what's all in frame. And there was just a lot of stuff that I couldn't see because it was so dark. And there was quite a bit of CGI. Some of it went off beautifully and perfect, and there's one example that I'm not gonna go into too much detail because it'll be a spoiler, but I was like, when this scene comes up, it's like the movie turned from live action to a cartoon. To me, that's the way it looked. The CGI on this individual was so bad, but the story was really good. The action was pretty good. The visuals were incredible. The stormtroopers were cool. I think it's pretty well known from the trailers and stuff that they added, new stormtrooper. I always call him the sand stormtrooper, but it's got a name. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But they're kind of like a sand color. I'll be honest, when I went in this movie, I had zero idea of what this was. I was actually picturing this movie as being between 4 and 5, just from stuff I'd heard and stuff. I was kind of picturing this movie as being like this is just a stupid example, but what happens in Georgia if California and New York go to war with each other. That's kind of what I thought it was. I thought it was what happens on this little planet over here, when the Rebel and Alliance and the and the dark side go at each other. what happens over here. That's what I thought it was about. But it wasn't about that. It was about what I mentioned earlier about the rebels that had to get the plans to the Death Star. And I'm not sure. Well, no, I mean, I don't know, so I don't want to. I was about to be your spoiler right there. I really, once I got into it and I understood what was going on, and I really enjoyed the movie. I mean, it didn't take a long time for me to understand what was going on. Just to get myself past the what I thought was going to be just a small planet dealing with this. But I kind of hope that they do more movies like this, because to me, this movie, like the one that came out, was more about just putting Han Solo on screen, and just putting Chewbacca on screen, and just putting Luke Skywalker on screen, and just putting Princess Leia on screen. And because I mean, I'm sure every one of you went and saw it, and the minute those individuals showed up on screen, everybody in the audience was like, Chewbacca. Whereas this was about the story, because there weren't a lot of known characters in this movie. Because the known characters were doing, or weren't even born or whatever. But I really, to me, I like that part, because they had to put more into the story and more into the storytelling than they did for the the big number 7, because everybody was just waiting for Han Solo to pop up, and just waiting for Luke Skywalker at the end. And I mean, it was a good movie. I don't want to upset anybody, but I was like halfway through the movie and I was like, didn't I already see this movie? But so I highly, highly recommend seeing Rogue One. I thought it was a great movie. So I have to go back and see, because I'm sure they could do another one of these movies to go between every single movie. Between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 6, 6 and 7, and even one probably for pre-1. So I think it would be kind of interesting. So, well, anyways, that's my review on my Instagram thing. I gave it, like I said, an A minus. There was probably about 4 or 5 things that I thought they could have changed to make it better. But please if you've seen the movie, tell me if you thought it was too dark. Because maybe it was just the theater I was in, or maybe it was if you didn't see it in 3D, or if you did see it in 3D, let me know. But anyways, back to the Daydreams and Nightmares box, the Guardians of the Galaxy box. And I'm just gonna show you guys. So this box looks like it took a pretty serious hit right here. It's got a big old Christian spot, and the reason I tell you that is because look at oh damn, this one was in that corner. You can see it's all smushed up. And it took a pretty serious hit. I mean, I don't think you can actually hurt one of these dwarfs, but the box took a big old punch. Took a big old punch right here. The whole back's pushed in. He packed it with this stuff. I just dropped the box, so half of it's laying on my floor now. Let's see what we got here. The Rocket Raccoon made it out pretty good. It's got a little ding on the back, I can see. Rocket Raccoon. Oops. He made it out too bad, not too bad. What's this? Looks like you threw a few little extras in here. I'll show you the dwarfs first. Yeah, this one took a big old hit. You see the box is like ripped right here, all crushed in. What'd they do to this box? It's like somebody was in the post office and was just like, I'm tired of brown boxes. Kill all the brown boxes. That's pretty good. Get that in there. Close that up. Alright, let's see the extras we got here. This is a giant microbes brain cell. It's like a plushie of probably something that eats your brain, I'm assuming. Oh, a little piece of candy. Is this, everybody's doing this, putting candy inside boxes? I'm gonna have to remember that when I send out my my one for that ends with tomorrow night. So don't forget, enter into it. Oh, more candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. It's the growing brain. Grow your brain. Place in water for 24 hours and watch it grow. And another piece of candy. And I got the zombie hand back scratcher. And that's gonna come in handy because big unks. Ah. Oh damn. Give me a minute. Oh sorry. Thank you very much. This is awesome. Just make sure nothing else in. There's something over here. No. Yeah, nothing fell out. I just saw that one just now. Oh, there's more candy. Ooh, and something round. Ow. Oh, it's a pin. Right here. Candy out. Oh, piece of candy. I got this stuff all over my board. Let's see what this pin is. Gorgon video. Focused. There you go. Alright. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Daydreams. This was an awesome opening. Now I gotta go vacuum. Alright. Thank you very much, you guys. And don't forget, go sit quietly in the dark.